Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Young and Gifted Peace, Love, Happiness is out. You can now buy the 3 fragrances and the 3 eyeshadow palettes. And as promised, this is the first makeup tutorial using one of the palettes. If you want to find out how I created this makeup look using this Young and Gifted palette with these lovely brown kind of golden neutral colours, then you probably want to keep watching. If you don't want to know, then I mean you can watch anyway. This is the first makeup tutorial, like full makeup tutorial I've ever done. Let me know what you think of this video. Let me know if you try this look out. Tag me on Instagram or on Twitter, or let me know in the comments below. Next week there will be a makeup tutorial using the Love palette, so it's going to be a much more glamorous smoky eye with a maybe hint of colour. And then the week after that will be the Happiness palette, which is some really pretty pinks. Also, I'm not very good at multitasking, so with the magic of voiceover, you're gonna get to find out what I did, and in 3, 2, 1, you're gonna see a very different looking me. 3, 2, 1. Ooh. Okay guys, so starting off with the Young and Gifted Peace palette, we're gonna start by applying the primer all over the eyelids. Just cover completely from your lash line to your brow line, all over with the primer. After this, we're going to add a little bit of Wooden mixed with a hint of the Golden Syrup shades, and this is going to go on the main part of the eyelid. Don't worry about it being really neat, because we're going to fix that all a little bit later on. How much you apply is up to you. I'm going to go for quite a smoky look, so I'm adding quite a lot, but if you want a more natural kind of day look, then you can add a lot less. So just mixing those two colours together and applying all over the eyelid, right from the inner corners to the outside. After this, we're going to blend it all in to make it look nice and smooth. Any blending brush will be good for this. Now we're going to add some Deep Trust mixed with some chocolate, and we're mainly going to add this to the outside corners of the eyes. We're just going to deepen them up a little bit, and also go along the creases in our eyelids just to kind of define and shape the eyes a little bit more. Again, how much you add is completely up to you, depending on the sort of look that you want to create. By now you should really start to see the type of look that you're trying to create. Just again, keep adding more if you want to. Again, we're going to blend all of that in before we then mix the 3 colours, Deep Trust, Chocolate and a little bit of Golden Syrup, to underneath our eye, just to really shape the eye, give it that kind of defined look. Again, go over the creases of your eye just to really make all the colours stand out and pop. Blend that in once again, and now we're going to lighten up a little bit of the eye by adding Calming to the inner corners of the eye. This is just going to make your eyes look a little more open and wide and bright. And again, we're going to blend all of that in. So the eyes are pretty much done, and now we're just going to complete the look. I'm starting by using the Rimmel Glam Eyes liquid eyeliner, adding quite a long flick. I quite like my eyeliner to be extended to give that real feline look. This definitely takes some practice. After that, I'm curling my eyelashes using the Claire's eyelash curlers and adding loads of YSL Baby Doll Black Mascara to both my top and my bottom lashes. Next, I'm taking my MAC Black Kohl eyeliner pencil and just adding that in my waterline in all of the corners, and then finally cleaning up using a cotton bud anything that might have got a little messy. Next up is one of the most important parts of the look for me. It is lashes. I am going to add some Ardell Wispy Lashes using my Duo Glue. I use tweezers to apply these and to make sure that they are perfectly in place, and then I firm them on with my fingers. It's really important to make sure that the glue is slightly tacky before applying the lashes. Now on to foundation. I am using the Bourjois Healthy Mix in number 53 all over my face. Taking extra care when applying around my eyes, obviously not to smudge my eyeliner or to smudge any of the eyeshadow. Make sure it's nice and even all over the face, and don't forget to also go slightly onto your neck so that it really blends in well with your skin. I'm then going to buff all of this in using a different type of brush and clean up any extra areas using a more precise brush. Next, I'm covering any blemishes that I may have using the MAC Concealer Palette in Light, and then I'm going to dust over using the Rimmel Stay Matte Pressed Powder all over my face before I continue. Now onto contour using my trusty Tom Ford Intensity 1 palette. I apply this on my cheekbones, on my jawline, and also down my nose, just to really define these areas to get the look that I want. I'm going to blend it all in using a buffing brush. Again, you really don't need a lot of this because contour is meant to obviously look quite natural. You don't want to look too contoured out. I use a smaller brush to blend in the contour along my nose to make sure that it's really precise, and then I go over all of this with the Anastasia Beverly Hills contour palette. I mix up some of the browns in there and go all over my face, including my forehead, to make it look really natural. Next, I want to highlight and brighten my under eye area. For this, I'm using the Rimmel Wake Me Up Corrector, and I'm going completely under my eye, down almost to my nostrils, also on my upper lip, my chin, and in between my eyebrows. These are the areas I really want to brighten. And to blend all of this in, I'm going to use a beauty blender, because for me that is the best thing at blending in any sort of bright concealer under your eyes and in all of those areas that I want to highlight. Once that is all blended in, I then use my Rimmel Stay Matte powder again, but with a smaller brush, and just go over all of it to make sure that it's matte, that it's going to stay in place, and that those areas are going to stay highlighted throughout the whole time I'm using this makeup look. Next, moving on to blusher, I'm using the MAC Peachy Clean blusher, mainly on my cheeks, but also a light dusting over the rest of my face. I think it just ties the look in really well, but again, don't add too much. And then this Nars Craving highlighter is my absolute favourite at the minute. I'm adding the lighter tone just on top of where I've added the blusher to give that amazing highlighted look, and also to my nose, the inner corners of my eyes to just open them up a little bit more, and to my upper lip and around my lip area to highlight. To blend all of this in, I'm just dusting over my whole face with a powder brush, just to really tie everything in together. Then I'm going to add some eyebrow gel. I'm using one here from the Body Shop, just to tame my brows. I had already filled them in before I started this whole makeup look. Now onto my lips. I'm using MAC Subculture as a lip liner, just to really define the outside of my lips, and I'm going to use my favourite Nude Sticks Whisper Pencil for my lips. And there you have it. That is my makeup look using my Young and Gifted Peace palette. Make sure you subscribe and come back soon to check out some more of the makeup tutorials that I'm going to be filming. Thank you so much for watching.